All right, so here is my game. It is called RIP, Roguelike in Process, and it starts in a menu where you can press start to go to the first level. Mhm. Okay, so the player has currently can move. It can also dodge like this. It can swing its sword or launch a fireball. The dodge mechanics makes the player invulnerable to damage. For example, this collider makes the character take damage over time, but if you dodge through it, it does not take damage. For example, right now its health is 20 and it stays at 20, but if you touch it, it starts going down. Um, the attack has an attack cooldown, and as well as the fireball. The fireball has a 2-second cooldown, and it takes 10 mana to use. You cannot use it again until if you if you don't have enough mana. For example, in this case, you don't have enough mana until it gets regenerated. The mana gets regenerated has a cooldown period for it to be regenerated, and it regenerates about 10 mana per second. The enemies function with a basic state machine, and it has three different states: idle, chase, and hold. The idle is the default state, and it just makes um, the enemy stay in place. The chase state makes it look at the player and start chasing it whenever it gets in its range. For example, like this. And the hold state makes it stay in place when the player character is too close, so it doesn't just stay very close to the character. And it also follows it if the player starts moving around it. Later, I will make it so that it attacks in this hold range. Also, if the player gets far away from it, it starts chasing it. And if it gets too far away, it goes back to the idle state. Also, the enemies can get taunted whenever they take damage, even if the player is outside of its range and they start chasing it. For example, oh, if I missed like this. And when you finish killing all of the enemies in a room, you go to the next level. This is the second level, and this functions the same way as the previous level. Also, the player attacks whatever your mouse is currently at. For example, if you move to the left but you're clicking right, the player changes its direction and attacks the other side. And and now you can see this is the windscreen and takes you back to the first level. If the player dies, you go to a loose screen, as you will see in a moment. Here is the loose screen that also takes you back to the first level. And oh well, I don't think I explained, but also the enemies don't take damage uh, when if they are not being attacked. For example, the sword is doesn't do damage unless it's in its attack animation. And I think that's it.